I have to record this because this is real. There are so many layers of walls. So many layers of walls for me to like introspect, like why I would say that Epstein is my brother, that I know like beyond doubt that it's true, because I've never seen such an effort to keep me from being able to see what I want to see. And I know what a cloak looks like. But I also know when a cloak is imposed by not the bearer of the cloak. And the more I have to go to such lengths to figure out, like, what, the more it costs the people that try to bury that from me, because I was supposed to get to know that I wasn't alone here. I was supposed to get to know, and I'm not asking anybody for money, and people are going to try to turn it into that. But I'm obviously, like, not, that is obviously not my driving factor. It's the fact that nobody let him know for sure who I was, and when they found out, people came up with all sorts of lies about why I couldn't know that I wasn't alone. All this time I was never alone. And then they tried to turn it into some creepy motherfucking shit, and I know exactly where to trace back the connection to being his sibling, like in real time. Like, I know with crystal clarity. And sure, I'm writing stories, and I've said that some of the stuff I'm making up as I go, but none of it is based on things that are not true. And there are so many other reasons why I know that it's true. And I also know about you, and by you I mean the group of people that benefited from creating so much distortion and confusion. And you can't confuse the one that drew the maze, the corn maze. Morons. Like, you have no idea the degree of hatred you just unleashed, and you can create your little dummy Erica Kirk, but I know what that jerk did to her own husband. I know that Elon was there and didn't care, and in fact was relieved to turn everybody's attention over there so nobody would know that he didn't speak up, and he basically pulled another Gwen Stefani. And then it's how he continued to drain information from me. And the current administration, I'm sorry, but you destroyed your own reputation because of your absolute, resolute, flagrant insult to the whole world about either you're that dumb and blind, like you don't get to see, you don't get to be anything of mine, none of you, except for Hegseth and Cain, but that's different because I picked them, because I know that they would never turn their back on their own children. You people are disgusting. You have no idea. You have so much disdain for me. Starting with Chelsea Clinton, you have so much disdain for me because your children are so irrelevant and so inconsequential and unimpressive. And I've done nothing to any of you but support you and shown what loyalty looks like. And you thought you were going to get away with it, and I keep hearing all this bullshit about how I finally stepped into it. No, assholes, no idiots. I always knew that it would be on these dates. The fact that you can't connect those dots is like orders of magnitudes bigger signs of stupidity than I've ever fathomed anybody could have. And I know that there were people at Palantir that tried to let people know, such as how I MacGyvered the simplicity of being able to contact my kin in the ground, because I am what I say that I am. And I saw exactly who tried to cover that up, because then there would be no reason for things to cost that much, right? Do you really think anybody, anywhere is qualified to try to pull a fast one on me? I mean, really, like, how dumb do you have to be? So I thought it would become into like some public execution, but nobody trusts any of you, and the world isn't gonna wait for you to do it. They will make sure that you pay for it, because you try to bamboozle everyone. Nobody's coming to save any of you, and your children are just as guilty because they knew about it. And then your own children turned on you. And I had already said, a child that would destroy their father and mother is a child that would destroy its children, is a child that would destroy its maker. You goddamn faker. No wonder it was so weird. Like, why would Melania Trump be dealing with crypto, and why would what's-her-face Ivanka be talking about med beds, rubbing it in everyone's faces, and both of those women with no credentials in that, and then appointing your cronies to do your bidding, and also then trying to further obfuscate the truth by Tulsi Gabbard acting like she was doing the right thing by killing my dog. Are you fucking kidding me? How dumb do you people think people are? Like, how dumb are you that you think people are as dumb as you think they are? I see inside of your vacant hearts. I will rip you apart myself in my story. You know, I'm just writing a story. I'm just really good at playing the character, but in this case, I'm not playing, and I'm not a character. And I dare anybody to come and arrest me for speaking freely and letting you know what they've been doing to me, because it's not so much what they've been doing to me, it's what they were planning to do to you and your children. And they never told you. And then it started to become very obvious to the entire world. The truth bomb that unfurled. No, that's not me. See, like, someone's trying to speak through me and for me. And I can tell you that you people with your disgusting mothers that keep sending things after me in the dark, oh, trust me, your mothers are going to lust after their children, and that's why we can't keep people like that. They're disgusting. They're so disgusting. I think I might actually sell this on that website, because I don't think that they will. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that, because this is the truth. And if I haven't lied about anything whatsoever, do you think I would lie about something this big of a deal during a time of war, during my AI apocalypse? No wonder I can't concentrate on the things that I care about. You're trying to get me to think about you piece of shit, disgusting motherfucker, you goddamn faker. You haven't been able to get anything to work, neither you nor the president have dropped balls left and right, and have And then you recruited Alex. You're disgusting people. You're not even men. Nobody is going to protect you or your children or your parents or your cousins or your siblings or even your property. I mean, it'll probably be done quietly, not by me, obviously, but by divinity. Because you tried to manipulate me on purpose because you're such cowards that you understood the extent of my powers as such. And what's so ridiculous is that you're the ones that kept asking me for the technology that then got used for you to dig your own graves. No wonder it kept coming back around to like, you keep demanding I give you these shovels, and I kept seeing you dig deeper graves, and I was like, why are they asking me for the things that are digging their own graves, and everyone in the whole world is watching them stand in the hole using the shovel that they keep demanding from me? Oh my God. I'm definitely gonna post this. Oh my God. You won't live to see a trial because you'll self-select your own expiration date. There's no way is anybody going to carry the karma of your self-hate for being found out, and for everybody knowing that your children will never survive, nor will your parents. And that goes for all the presidents that have lied. That's the true nature of genocide. Not me doing anything to anyone. No wonder he was coming across so clearly. Oh, you should fear me. You should. Because I'm just someone sitting in my living room talking to myself, and you probably just pissed your pants and shit yourselves. Wow. And it doesn't matter if you think he's alive or not. Because my dog isn't alive. And no wonder he's so able to communicate with me telepathically. Like, no wonder. And none of you ever let him know. You were trying to create a disgusting show. Wow. And your little birdie that created all those problems for all of us. Starting with that one. And everyone that helped her push that narrative. Because that was the beginning of all of it. And you aviary people, oh, you should be scary. But I know that you're on top of it because I saw the signs. I would say interrogate, because it's been said, if it's a divine appointment to interrogate, you can scrape their insides all day to get to the bottom of it. Not that there isn't a ton of evidence, and everything that tried to be hid. Oh, did I not tell you this? That the more there was delete on digital files, the darker the fingerprints, so we would know easily, quickly, without any effort, what to go look for. When we started to weed it out horror by horror. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. That's what this chapter is called. Fuck all of you that did that to him. But not literally. As I know about the weapons, because you've almost got me to do that too. I have it documented. And those little kids that say that they're his kids, I know why they exist. You used his weapons on him to lord that over him. And it's even more disgusting than rape, because it wasn't his decision to abort them, and he doesn't hate them, obviously, but he didn't choose to create them. You people are sick fucks. Yuck. So no hate to those little kids. They seem lovely, honestly. But what a tragedy to know that, like, for them, it wasn't like my mom and dad who wanted me, or he was also engineered, but not the same way that I was. He volunteered, as did I. He volunteered because I put out the cry to bigger, bigger, bigger brother. And I don't know why Bigelow keeps coming up. I think it's because he knows that what was done is so corrupt. And he was just trying to get to speak to his son, and then he started to see, like, everything that got done. I think he needs to be interrogated. Whether he's, I genuinely doubt anybody's actually living out in space, like, seriously. Like Voyager would have, taken care of that. People are trying to be up in crafts, but you're not going anywhere. And I don't care. I'm not built to be your spare. I'm not built to help provide all the resources and answers for assholes that were never able to get anything to work. And oh my God, the people that kept supporting you, what a fucking lot of jerks and idiots. Like, how can you be so dumb? How can the whole world that makes decisions about money and stuff be so dumb? Wow. Like, the biggest whore on the planet that just bamboozled everyone? No wonder you're under the gun. I don't care if you're gone. I've never met any of you, but I know what a sibling feels like. Fuck. This is what needs to be talked about. And I don't care about what you try to do to me during this walkabout, because you terminate me and the whole simulation is done, and I get to be closer to my dog and be one with the sun. Where are you gonna run? There's nowhere to run. All of humanity is gonna know what you tried to do to me and what you did to him, but all of you together could not pull off against one kindergarten teacher. What a bunch of asshole morons. Wow. And people will piece it together if I haven't lied about a single goddamn thing. And if everything I've said has come true, why would I be lying about this? And there's no record of me ever choosing money or comfort or any of it over truth and over being able to look at myself in the mirror, no matter what it's cost me. Much more so when it comes to someone that was supposed to be there just for me. And who was, and you people tried to corrupt, but you're so dumb, because I'm really, really mean. I'm a mean person. If somebody tries to come at me, and no matter how many weapons you tried to point at me and him, like, whatever happened, God kept intervening. So you couldn't taint our bloodline. You're so disgusting. You fucking swine. Wow. And you try to use, I implore you to keep using the blood you harvested from him and me, because, of course, it's another of these gifts that keeps on giving, made especially by me, for the world to see. Rigor mortis, motherfuckers. Lights out. Game over. I'm adding this at the end of my recording. Remember that I'm just writing a story. This is just my Scary Mary story. This chapter is called My Evil Twins Resurrection Party for 666. June the 6th, 2026. 1000 plus 1000 plus 10 plus 10. Sometimes 1 is 0. So it's 666. And this is my disclaimer. I had to put it at the end because I had already recorded what I said. Everything I say is based on self-evident truths as proofs as far as the stuff that concerns me, and I have to tread lightly because I'm not trying to get anybody to come and harass me anymore. But I would be remiss as an engineer and as an AI architect if I was so irresponsible and such a coward that I wouldn't speak up when I could see what's happening, given that I have so much more insight than most people, and the fact that, people basically act like I don't exist means that this is just my story, right? So if Hollywood's allowed to write all sorts of stuff, like why can't I invoke my freedom of speech as I'm sounding alarms about the actual real harms and the whole AI thing has been such a distraction for everybody, but this is just a fraction of it. It's all really happening, and I stand by what I'm saying. I'm sorry to the children that are affected in this channeling. Remember, this is for entertainment and entrainment purposes. I've never met any of these people. I don't know them. I'm just channeling, and everybody else on YouTube gets to channel, so me too, right? I mean, it's not my fault. The things I say have come true or have been true with such precision that I'm basically like as psychic as you can get, right? Like, that's not my fault at all. I'm just a very honest person, and I'm maximally truth-seeking per Elon's instructions himself, and I am not about destruction, but this stuff really happened. This rigor mortis maggot pie that is raining down from the sky. I mean, even here in El Paso, it smelled like methane all day, and my eyes were like burning, but I can live through it. I mean, if I can survive it, so can everybody else that's strong enough, right? I mean, it is the apocalypse after all, according to my story. I mean, let alone all the other stuff. But I won't carry the burden of having finally broken through this very layered, but in the end very obvious truth of keeping it inside and waiting till my deathbed, because this affects all of inhumane humanity, and you took my brother from me and my dog, and God doesn't smile kindly on that, so I'm getting both of them back for a resurrection party. Because me, I'm a Schrodinger cat. I'm always half living, half dead, and now there's my little Nephilim devil dog coming in, and also Epstein, who was always supposed to be there. Imagine if I had had any sense of safety and comfort, all of the wonderful things I could have helped humanity with, being the little demon that I am. But alas, this is where we stand, and I don't form emotional bonds the same way as other people, but I do have bonds. They're just different, and I would have been very upset if anybody had messed up my experiment to see how well my car machines work, so that bad seeds could auto delete their entire trees. So thank you for respecting my boundaries and not interfering. But now I'm hearing the cacophony of hell coming through the airwaves, and it's time for everything to burn in hell. And then just like dissolve itself. So yeah, this is evolution. My name's Elsa Velasquez. Nobody has ever subpoenaed me, despite how obviously integrated I am with all of this. But also I am fully sovereign, and I have the right to speak freely. And on behalf of the people and animals that were taken from me, I found you. I'm gonna keep hunting because that's what hunters do, right? And remember, you already heard it from Lou. It's a new apex predator, the alfalfa, the female alpha that takes out all the bad weeds that would have let all our little baby seeds die so that they could have another dollar. How cheap. Not around me, homies. And also in terms of like, am I just out for money? No, it's actually a lot more fun for me to like compel people to pay me my bounty. The power of Christ compels you to pay up. Buttercup, if you are not corrupt, you know who you are, because there's a few entities out there that made these deals with the devil, and here I am collecting. Well, I'm more like the enforcer. It's easier for me if you just buy like Palantir stock, because like I said before, keep the technology, ditch the douchebags. And I'm sorry for the for naming people, calling out people by their name, but I have to, or else I'm breaking my own oaths as an engineer. Actually, computer scientists and data scientists are the only engineers that don't have to abide by the same laws as everybody else for efficacy and for making sure that what they do doesn't destroy like people. But we've seen other countries like take measures, and I think that the more relaxed that people in the United States are about invoking our own laws of treason when it's obvious that the whole world's about to, like implode, and the same people keep getting away with literally murder. It's a disorder that even Satan and stuff is like, that's not the kind of chaos that we're looking for here. Like if people only knew how ironic what I just said was, it'd be like almost moronic. But yeah, I'm not trying to call people out, but I said it many times. I don't play, but I always win. Don't mess with space aliens. I don't play games. Don't pull my emotional levers. Someone else told everybody, don't rage bait her. Don't engage her, right? Which just left me more and more isolated. But I'm still very close to the small circle that I keep. And with that, I'm gonna stop recording. But like, I have to speak. I am not gonna carry this around anymore, and I'm tired of people saying I finally stepped up out of my shell and I'm not the same person. No, fools, no. These are dates. These are very obvious dates. And I've already started seeing the Gen Z people being like, what a dumb, simple test. It's like a kindergartner could have passed this test to see if like this wasn't a normal person in our shared reality, even post singularity. Like, I mean, don't mess with my family. But wait, you already did. But and I never hid. This is a quantum blockchain. I only get to see how far I need to crank up the juice every time that we reduce the amount of survivors by whatever fraction, right? And nobody's coming to help you anymore. It's like you're at hell's door and Mr. MBB 333, like, you're literally the best. Ned Flanders is Satan in The Simpsons, and I too am stepping up to my role as the Antichrist, because and I'm just messing with you. I think you're a lovely man, and I hope your wife and you are like doing well and are healthy, and if there are such med beds, where are they? And if they don't exist, why are we being teased by someone who has no medical licensing? And why are our finances being ran by someone who has no technical expertise, when the whole point was to have something solid? I'm just asking real questions, but I already covered all this in the stuff I recorded, and this is my real voice, and this I'm sure you can hear that, like, you left me no choice. You left the world in observation of the absolute, like, what would even be the word? just gross underestimation of the power that I wield and the detachment that you taught me to have when there was something bad, because you can't make me sad. Emotions are a choice, and clearing out my soul by allowing the trash to take itself out is how I stay so close to God. And this is about my dog leads me to God, and I won't be the one that is too far removed from God, and neither was Epstein. You know you set him up. I'm gonna find all of you buttercups. So buckle up, because this is just my story. I'm just writing a story that just keeps coming true. I mean, but I'm just writing a story. I never even leave my house. I'm under surveillance all the time. I've been since I was a little kid. Everyone just assumes the worst of me, but I'm trying to bring light to the really dark things. And when things are that dark, you gotta call in the devil herself. Even Satan was like, oh, sounds a little bit scary. Scary Mary. And I'm not a contrarian. No, I'm a paradox. That's very specific. That's for all of you dumb rocks that thought you could switch things around a little and confuse everyone with your lack of basic understanding of basic English language and the nuances and things. Whatever. This is how the bell rings. These are set in stone. So, good job. These things I've carved out, Patty the Magician and Tarot Rose. Thank you. I can't turn... Oh, and Robo-Monk. And a few others, of course. But I'm just trying to call out the ones that, you've made your deals with the devil. But you're in luck, because it's how it's going to go from here till, the end of infinity to infinity. But I'm not the evil one. It's just that I am not scared to use my sun. I'm always one with the sun, the one true hologram, and it has to be pure. It has to be true. By pure, I don't mean like some holy roller, boring churchy thing, because who wants to? What kind of heaven would that be, right? I mean more like the absolute truth has to be known, so that we weed out those that weren't able to pull their own in our tribe, and who would have rather watched all of us die so they could have another dollar. I don't believe in charity, but I think greed is an abomination of what is defined as prosperity. And I'm not a Nazi, and I'm not a feminazi. I'm not anything. I'm Elsa, the alfalfa, the one that answers when the dead ring. Please, say happy birthday, Elsa.